Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at doing some maintenance on this Toro Timecutter SS 4235 zero-turn lawnmower. So I got this kit on Amazon, and if you find this video helpful, I'll put a link in the description of this kit, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this comes with an air filter, comes with an oil filter here, a fuel filter, a fuel shutoff. This doesn't have a fuel shutoff. I guess you could install this, I'm not going to. It comes with spark plugs and the little hose clamps for the fuel filter. So this didn't come with any boxes around the spark plug, so I will make sure to check the gap on them to make sure that they are correct. So the first thing I'm going to do is drain the oil. So I've already run this, so it has been warmed up, so the oil should be ready to flow. Okay, so this is the oil drain plug, and I'm on the left side back of the mower, and I've put a piece of cardboard down in case I drip it all, and I have a 1-gallon milk jug to put the waste oil in. To loosen this up, I'm just going to use some adjustable wrenches. So you want to make sure you support the hose so you don't twist anything, and this was pretty loose. I think I could probably loosen this with my finger at this point. Maybe not. So you can see the flow rate here. It's not gushing out, so it wasn't going to shoot all over the place. Okay, it's just dripping now. So I want to clean this plug off before I put it back in. It's pretty dirty. Okay, you can see that's cleaned up here. I tilted it down again and there were just a few drips coming out, so I think I got everything. Now I'll tighten this up. Again, I'm supporting it really well. So now I can remove the oil filter, and that's on the other side. So in order to not make a mess, I have this little takeout tray, and the edge has been cut off around it, so I can slide that under the filter and take it off, and this will catch any extra oil coming out. And you want to be careful if the engine is super hot before you do this. I also have an oil pan ready to go off camera to put this in. I'll get the new filter ready by peeling off the plastic. So here's the new filter. I like to just take the old filter, press the new one up against it like that. Gets oil on the gasket. I'm going to screw this on until the gasket touches, and then I'll turn it 3/4 to 1 turn extra. Now I'll carefully take out my little tray here. So that's about how much oil was in the tray. I don't think I spilled any back here at all. Okay, so now I had to put some oil in, so I have a 10W30, and this is 5 quarts, so I'll pour it down until it goes to the 3-quart mark, if I can show that here. On the side, this takes 2 quarts oil capacity. I forgot to mention this, that you fill it at the yellow oil dipstick. Okay, that's all finished. Next we'll change this air filter. It has these little tabs. You pull these out like so, and this will come right off. We'll take the filter off. You want to make sure you don't get anything in there, although it looks like some stuff has already gotten in there. So here's the new filter. It has like a pre-filter that goes on the outside, so I'll put that on. Okay, I'll place that on there. Now if I had a vacuum nearby, I would suck that out. There we go. And that's completed. So we have the fuel filter down here. I'm going to move the seat up just to give me a little bit more room. So this doesn't have a shut off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up out of here so the gas will drain back down. This filter doesn't have a direction on it. So I don't have a full tank of fuel in it right now. You want to be very careful here working with gasoline. I'm in an open garage. This would be better to do outside, and doing it in the garage because there's less wind in here. But you'd want to have a fire extinguisher nearby in case this were to ignite. So you don't want to do this when the engine is super hot. I'm going to use slip joint pliers. I'll squeeze this and slide it over. I'll twist this to break it loose, and then I should be able to wiggle it off. Now these clamps seem pretty good. If they didn't, I would use the new ones. So I'm ready to put my fingers on either of these if they start spraying out gasoline. And I am wearing gloves, nitrile gloves. I'll take the new filter and stick it in there. Okay, it'd be easier if I had a second set of hands here. I don't want this to go low, so I'm going to hold it up while removing the other hose clamp. I probably could have removed this clamp earlier. I was able to pull this up and hang it off this plastic here. I'm going to have this off camera so I can wiggle a little better. Okay, I had a little bit of gasoline come out of this end, but my cardboard caught it. I'll put it on the filter. Take my slip joint pliers and I'll slide these clamps over the filter. This is the first time I'm changing this, so this hasn't been changed before. But if this was stuck on here or crumbly, I could cut this. And ultimately I could replace the whole hose if I had to. So I'm going to adjust this back down and I'll put it back on this little clip down here. It's kind of off camera. So I have the manual here, and you'll want to gap the spark plugs to 0.76 millimeters or 0.030 inches. And then the torque for it is 18 to 22 foot-pounds. So I have an 030 feeler gauge. It doesn't fit in there or here. Oh, that one. That's pretty close. I'll just widen this a little bit. It's pretty good. And pretty good there too. Okay, we have the spark plug here. I'll pull the boot off. We want a 5/8 inch spark plug socket. I'll try this extension. I think it's a 6-inch extension. That came loose pretty easy. There's the old one. I'll compare it to the new one to make sure it looks to be the same size. It looks good. I'll put that on the spark plug wrench. I'll feed it in there and start to thread it. I don't like to use power tools for any of this. I have my torque wrench set to 22 foot-pounds. So I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Okay, so we did some maintenance on this Toro Timecutter SS4235. We did the oil filter and oil change, fuel filter, spark plugs, and air filter. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.